I had like 3 to 4 rounds of interview prep with, I guess, Andrea. So that was also very helpful.
Welcome back to another success video. I'm Raoul from Find a Job in Germany, and today I'm here with Srirag from Kerala, India. How are you doing?
Thank you, Raoul, for having me here. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good as well. Thank you. Srirag,
Yes.
first of all, thank you very much for taking the time to talk about your experience. Just to share a bit more about you and with our followers. You are from Kerala, you are an QA engineer, you are now in Germany, and you arrived here mid of last year, 2023, on a job seeker visa. Um, then you started to apply for jobs on a job seeker visa, found out, okay, it's not as easy as you thought, and joined our program. Um, that is just an introduction. And Srirag, maybe you can share the people, why did you join our program? What was the reason for joining our program?
Like Rahul explained, I came on a job seeker visa from India. I was here in September, mid of September, and until mid of November, I guess, I started applying for a lot of companies,
Mhm.
something that comes in on LinkedIn or Zing or somewhere, and I started getting, but I was not getting any response. Like everywhere in the first stage itself, I was getting rejected. I was not knowing what was the reason. So from the place that I come, India, I would actually be, even if they reject me on the first place, I would be knowing like why it was rejected. But here
Mhm.
it's totally different. The HRs used to call me in India and say, okay, they used to like actually in real time they used to compare what is their job skills and what do I have, and okay, and I used to get an impression. But here I used to not get that impression. So that prompted me to get to deviate from what existing path that I have, to take a new path, and did some research and I landed on FAJ.
FAJIG. Yeah, FAJIG.
Yeah.
And then I remember, okay, then you contacted FAJIG, you contacted us. I remember we had a call, a strategy call where we discussed about how to position you and how we want to structure your new CV in our, once you join our program. That was, let me just confirm, was end of November. We started to apply, of course, Christmas break and so on was in between. And then you got a job in around about 2 months. Um, what was the difference? What helped you from our program the most in order to get the job that you are having right now?
I would say two things. The first one was my resume. It was prepared. I mean, I had prepared it, and then the team had reviewed it and suggested changes. So I think that was the first main thing to land you a job. I mean, land you
Hmm.
a call. And then the second one was the interview prep about the company and how different it is from your existing process, being in India. So I had like 3 to 4 rounds of interview prep with, I guess, Andrea. So that was also very helpful. Yeah.
Good. Could you just say a word about this weekly live call that you mentioned before, which was also
Okay.
insightful for
Okay.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so CV preparation, then the mock-up trainings where we position you, work on the storytelling, how you answer to the respective interview questions, and of course different rounds. In Germany, you have 3 to 5 interview rounds in general, guys, and each round is different, and you need to know the purpose of each round. Okay. What else? Maybe is there from your side?
Um, the other things that helpful was the weekly calls. the weekly calls with Raoul and team. So, and also they used to bring in some like the guy who had succeeded. So how he did, what application he did, how much effort he put. So that helps us, like me, to decode like how. I applied for 40 jobs. He may have applied for 400. So is that a gap? So is the numbers a gap, and how to answer, and what different strategies he used to convince people.
Hmm.
So these all help, and also like the post in LinkedIn,
Okay, what do you mean by that?
uh, like which the list of companies that are doing good, that are not
Hmm.
doing good.
Okay.
Okay, so
Maybe to share or share more insights on these two things, we have, once you are part of our program, we have weekly live calls where successful coaches share their success in order to learn from each other. So there's a bunch of other coaches from all over the world. We exchange how he or she made it and answer, have a nice Q&A session to create a room where everyone can learn from each other. The LinkedIn group is also where you can join. It's an internal LinkedIn group only for our fellows, and there we share the updates on companies they got funded, have many openings at the moment, et cetera, where we suggest you to sneak in and try to get your foot into the door. Okay, cool. That's very nice to hear that you found these strategies also helpful. We helped you with the mock-up interviews, and then you had and mid of February this year, you had um, the offer and contract. So you came on a job seeker and then transferred the job seeker visa to a work permit. Guys,
yes,
most likely the job seeker visa is something that you don't have at the moment anymore to apply for. It's the opportunity card that just came into place. But looking at your case, because the process more or less is the same, how was it for you to make this transition from job seeker visa to a work permit?
Um, from job seeker visa to work permit, if you have all the necessary documents, it's pretty simple process. But to get the documents is something that you have to prepare yourself. Also, the company has to prepare yourself. I mean, the company also has to share few documents. So once
Hmm.
you get all these documents, you just have to go to the respective foreign office and submit the documents and wait for maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks for the duration. But in my case, it was little different because my visa was expiring. So they gave me a friction visa,
Hmm.
and I'm working on a friction visa. I will be getting my blue card soon.
Okay, cool. Very nice. Now
Yes,
you're on the blue card, and you also said that your family will soon come, or in the a couple of months will join you here in Germany, right?
yeah, surely they. I would want to bring them in, maybe most probably later this year or early next year.
Okay, cool. That is also on the dependent blue card. Let them apply. Once you have the blue card, then the process will become much
Easier.
faster. And
Yeah.
let us know. We can guide you on that as well. Thanks, Srirag. We will talk more about in our second part of this interview how your work and life is now in Germany. And if you guys want to join our program as well, if you guys are on a job seeker visa or want to move to Germany, feel free to contact us. We will assess your profile and see if we can help you and support you to get also a job like Srirag did in just 2.5 months. And just be aware, please contact us as soon as possible to make sure that we can strategize your job hunt once you have either job seeker visa or the opportunity card, or also, of course, if you are still living and working abroad outside of Germany and plan to move to Germany someday. Guys, thank you very much. Thurek, thank you very much for your time, and I'm looking very much forward to the next part of our interview. All the best and take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.